Griff, now let me ask you this. Why do you think we have a lot of millionaire rappers right now? Why do you think some of these rappers and hip-hop players out here, they've never put together a black-owned distribution network, so they don't have to worry about getting banned or censored by other people? Why do you think they've never done that?
Well, this is precisely what I talked about in my lecture, The Psychological Covert War on Hip-Hop. I said these brothers got together and was talking about a black distribution company. Jay Prince, let me see if I can remember. Jay Prince,
the Suge Knight and Irv.
Suge Knight, right. And, you know, and they got together to discuss it. And I tell people it was Jay-Z that took that information back to the powers that be. That distribution company never got off the ground. And you see where Jay-Z is now? And look where everyone else is.
Yeah.
Let's just stop and think for a second now. They brought Dame Dash down to the level where he's probably have to go get a job or continue his business, but not at the degree where he had it before. And I love Dame Dash's energy, his smarts, his street savvy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the same with Irv Gotti. They got put up on public trial for fraud and what was some of the other charges. It was a list of charges, man.
Yeah, it was.
A public trial, him and his brother. You see what happened to Suge?
Yeah.
And who else was it? It was Suge, Irv Gotti, his brother, Jay Prince. Jay Prince was under investigation by the FBI.
Yeah.
I had information on that I yet to release. And then he ended up blasting me in the magazine, and I went public and offered him an apology. I said, I didn't mean to say that you benefited from Pimp C's death. I don't know if you did. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was just looking into the fact that Pimp C died. Shakir Stewart died. By strange circumstances, Jennifer Hudson's family died. Left Eye died when she was signed to death row. Biggie died. Tupac died. And I said, enough is enough. Shit, enough is enough, man. So when I started putting together the psychological covert war on hip-hop, you see, it was nothing when it was the pacify antidote.
Yeah.
It was nothing when I was doing that lecture, the pacify antidote, and we were being pacified through a pacification process to keep quiet. As long as we got money and a nice car and a nice home and a white woman, we fine. But now when I started questioning people are benefiting from the deaths of these people, now it became a problem. So in order for me to get to the real enemy, I had to speak on these people that were surrounding me. And then now when I got to the point where I took it all the way up to Tavistock Institute, the Committee of 300, the Illuminati, and these people, okay, now they want to shoot at Professor Griff. Now you want to burn my house down. Now I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Now, because you've spoken extensively about the hip-hop Illuminati. You've talked a lot about the hip-hop Illuminati.
No, I think you got the language confused. I don't want to confuse people.
Exactly.
The Illuminati's influence and takeover of the culture called hip-hop.
There we go.
Right.
Much better.
Okay. Much clearer.
Because, again, there's no hip-hop Illuminati. Because people always say, well, do I think that Raz B is in the Illuminati? I don't think that Raz B or one of these people are sitting at the table with a Rockefeller. You have to have more.
Hell no.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. We accuse a lot of smaller people of being with the Illuminati. But I think that there is an
can we clear that up, though?
Yeah, let's clear it up.
First of all, there's 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, which Raz B, Jay-Z, and the rest of them are not a part of.
Of course.
So stop that.
Of course.
Just with that one statement right there alone, no. These people are blue bloods, man. They're not going to let you in that bloodline. So much so, Jay-Z had to go out and purchase a color blue. It's called Jay-Z Blue. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so Barack Obama had to be in the bloodline in order to sit where he's sitting. So we need to figure out who his mama is, figure that bloodline out.
Exactly.
And how Barack Obama related to Dick Cheney and the rest of them. Fascinating research, man. It's a fascinating story. It makes a good read, man. And some people may not believe it, but I'm not operating on who believes what. I don't give a damn what people believe. I know what I'm saying is the truth.
But there has been a covert war on the black community for a long time. Who are the people on the top, in your opinion, do you feel that are orchestrating this?
Some people call them the hidden hand. They go by different names, different organizations. But I think if you look at the top, you can honestly say that, and I can give you a document right now that will give you a hint who these people are. I can give you the name of a document. We say the Illuminati because Illuminati simply means holders of the light.
Right.
And the Illuminati, we don't know who these people are. We know their front organizations. We know some of the key figures. But the people on the inside, we can't call them by name.
Yes.
We could name the families because this stuff is written. And it's written by white people. To other white people. It's just that we're smart enough to go across the fence. And like Cat Williams said, I have some good white friends that give me some good white information.
Yeah.
So I'm able to bring this to black people to get us to understand what's going on. Steve Coakley, some time ago, connected the dots for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have this information. And this is not something that's, so far-fetched to the point where we can't connect the dots and figure these people out. We see the results of what they're doing. Like the chemicals that was put in the air that killed those birds.
Yes, yes.
We know who these people are. We know what the plan is. We know the chemicals. We know how it was done. We know the role that HAARP plays in it. You understand what I'm saying? So we understand these things. It's not really news.
I think yesterday there were like 2 million fish in Maryland somewhere that turned up dead. So it's birds, fish. What's going on with all this stuff out here, man?
They're throwing the planet out of whack, man, to be honest with you. It's very critical, man. Very, very critical. But we can get deep into that a little bit later on. But you could dig up the document that I was just talking about. It's called The Secret Covenant.
The Secret Covenant. When was that document created?
I believe the turn of the century. We're talking about late 1800s.
Okay.
And they revised it.
And
yeah.
In the Secret Covenant, they were talking about their plan.
Wow. Yeah, bro. And I don't want to, spook people, if I could use that term. No pun intended.
Yeah.
No disrespect to anyone, but yeah, they laid out a plan and they revised the plan, and it's really, really laid out in such a degree where if the average person is reading it and they're not familiar with the diabolical plan that's put in place, they may look at it as being something else or write it off as conspiracy theory. That's how they want you to deal with it. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing but conspiracy theory, yada, 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 whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. And they write it off. And as we go on and live our daily lives, all of these things are taking place. I could highlight some of the things for you. I can't read the whole document.
Of course. Of course.
They says, from the top, the Secret Covenant, an illusion. It will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it, it will be thought of as insane. And those that propagate it, those that speak about it and against it, will be written off as insane. It says we will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us, those conspirators.
Yeah.
It says we will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be to accomplish. Pardon me. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time, so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always, and we will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks of this. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in their food and water, also in their air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find cures from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poisons. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and their mouths, and it will destroy their minds and their reproductive systems. From all of this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. They will look up, they will look up to, those that look up to us, it will help. We will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons.
That's deep.
Since those that look up to us, they will help us, and we will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to using them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into their blood of their children and convince them it will be for their help. That will convince them it is for their help. We will start early on. When their minds are young, we will target their children and what their children love the most, sweet things, they call it.
Yeah.
It says, when their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their minds and steal their future.
Wow.
When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. It says they will grow depressed, slow, obese. And when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention towards money and material goods so that they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, internal pleasures, and gains, so that they may never be one with themselves and the rest of their people. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. They will refuse. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will use religion as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objectives by carrying out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper for their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure and always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from our oneness by our dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how to think. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think that they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity. We will guide them, and we will foment animosity between